The year of gaming that has been 2014 has been pretty uninspiring, to say the least. Hell, look at E3 just a few weeks ago. Most of the big new games that we saw won't be arriving until next year. I just reviewed Mario Kart 8 and honestly, I can't think of anything I want to review until Hyrule Warriors in September. So, to keep myself active, welcome to a brand new show, hopefully, here on the Unboxed channel. Looking at what seems to be the only part of the gaming scene with any real activity. The crowdfunding scene. Welcome to Kick It! Hello everyone, I'm Nick from Nick Gibson, and today we start with a review of Among the Sleep. Developed by Crowdfunding Studios and reaching its goal with $248,000, the game made a lot of headlines due to its premise, a horror game where you play as a toddler. So naturally, that got a lot of people's interest, including myself, and the game was finally released a few weeks ago. We begin the game with you celebrating your birthday, your mother answering the door, this happening, and receiving a present of a teddy bear that talks.
Teddy, nice to meet you.
Okay. The first segment gets you familiar with the mechanics. You can walk, but crawling is faster. You can run, but not for long, and when it's dark, you hug your teddy bear and he glows. But they remind you that you're not fully grown, so you need to climb up things by pulling out drawers and chairs and such. Just remember when you were 5 and you'll try and get the cookie jar off the table, and you'll be fine. Anyway, after you're tucked in, you are suddenly awoken to find your teddy bear stuffed into the washing machine and your mother has vanished. From there, you and your teddy begin your search, which leads you to a playhouse and the hunt for the magic MacGuffins in this game. This case being memories of your mother. But, being a horror game, there are baddies about, and you are being stalked by a shadowy-like creature. And yes, it can technically catch you, and yes, you can technically die, although there is nothing really visual about it. I can get what they're trying to convey here, it's just that the execution really just wasn't met, and you can easily figure out the truth. What's worse is that it's criminally short, with it lasting less than 3 hours. Right now, however, it is being planned for the PS4, and it's available on Steam for $20. My rating? Steam sale. Hey, does anyone remember Road Rash? That motorcycle riding, weapon wielding game that hasn't had a new title since 1999 because EA are assholes? Yeah, well, so did Dark Sea Games, and they're bringing it back with Road Redemption, which made its goal with $178,000, with a planned release this August. Initial impressions of the alpha are okay. The Unity engine is continuing to make leaps and bounds in being both a lightweight and flexible engine. However, controlling the bike feels a little bit loose, and it is kind of hard to know when you want to hit your opponent with your weapon. The alpha begins with you requiring to get first or second place in a race, before the second level that has you needing to take down a certain amount of races. Something I had trouble doing. But I am really impressed of what they have achieved so far, and I'm excited to see the full game on PC, Wii U, and Xbox 360. My rating? Hold on tight. Next up is the game that got the Kickstarter ball rolling. I'm of course talking about Double Fine's Adventure, aka Broken Age, which a few weeks ago saw a release on the Ouya. Broken Age is actually two stories in one. The first one is about a boy named Shay who lives on a spaceship being treated like a child by his son, Mum, and just begging for a way out of his routine. And the other is Vila, who escapes from a ritual sacrifice in her town and finds herself in a distant land. The 2D hand-drawn art style is wonderful to look at. The same can't be said for the Ouya controls. I mean, using the thumbstick as a pointer is fine enough, but the Ouya's dead zone is terrible when trying to make precision pointing. So it would just be better to use a mouse. Which begs the question why it's on the Ouya in the first place. I mean, coming on guys, you mean this wasn't a better choice? Points? Points? Oh, whatever. The voice work is also top notch, with Elijah Wood leading as the voice of Shay. Wow. I wonder what his check was like. Tim, just cause you were given $3 million doesn't mean you had to spend it all, which is exactly what they did. Oh well, my rating? It's Tim Schafer. One of my favorite games from the PlayStation 1 is of course Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The game that defined the term Metroidvania. So, when I saw a preview for Timespinner, I could have sworn I was looking at a sequel. Here's the video.
In the night, soldiers invaded our village. My mother and I fled to the only sanctuary we knew. The Timespinner was our last hope to undo the past. But they were right behind us. They destroyed my family and my home. I will destroy them all. I will bend time to my will and hunt them down throughout history. No one will stop me.
While it does appear that they have ripped off the sprites from SOTN, those reference tile sets are merely there as placeholders. As of now, they have raised almost $35,000 of their $50,000 goal, which will easily be reached by July 28th deadline. And console plans are currently PS4 and Vita, with a big maybe over the Wii U, due to supposed lack of mono game support. Rating though? What is a man? Another game making its appearance on the Ouya recently is Whispering Willows, which is being developed by Nightlight Interactive and made almost $20,000. Using our good old friend Unity, you control Elenia as she tries to solve the mystery about her missing father, when she discovers the ability to have her spirit leave her body and perform actions like pulling levers and moving through tiny cracks. While the demo only gave us the basics, it runs fairly well, and I am interested in what comes next. The game is available on Ouya for $15. My rating? Prey minus nauseating. Ugh. God, those pathways. Ugh. One of my favourite Zelda games is the GBA's Minish Cap. So, when I saw Midora, I instantly fell in love with it. Here's the video. The game is taking inspiration from classics like Legend of Zelda and Secret of Mana. Swords, magic, a dozen dungeons, and over 200 items to collect. This sounds like a retro-style game I can really sink my teeth into. As of now though, they are asking for $60,000 before July 14th. And if they reach 140 grand, it will be released on all major systems. My rating? Minish Cap. Enough said. Well folks, thank you all for watching this video. What do you think about it? Any ideas? Hell, is the name okay? And of course, let me know of any other crowdfunding games I could bring up. Hopefully, I'll see you all next time. And yes, I'm aware Shovel Knight just came out on the Wii U, but not here in Australia yet. Get a move on!